maybe. All right, let's hope it works out. Not quite sure how to get rid of this. That's one line. So I'm gonna just ignore that for now and proceed on. So today is chapter 3 and 4 of, well, third grade. So chapter 3 is understanding multiplication. So multiplication is just about glorified addition. It's like, let's see. For example, 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is the same as 4 groups of 3. 4 groups of 3 is the same as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. In other words, it's just 12 or glorified addition. So 3 times 4 is 12. So what about showing this on a number line? This is 2. This will be the same as 2 times 2. 2 times 2. Or it's 2 groups of 2. So 4. This is the same as 3. 3 times 1. Or 3. You can count that in all. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. This is the same as 7 times 2. You can count them all and it'll be 14, or 7 groups of 2, or 2 groups of 7, depending on how you look at it. Then you have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3 groups of 4. So that would be either 12, that is 3 groups of 4, or 4 groups of 3, depending on how you look at it, or that would be 12. So, let's just show you on the number line. This is, in this example, this is also 4 times 3. We see 4 sets of 3 is the same as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Well, the answer would be 12, as 0 plus 3 is 3, 3 plus 6 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12, or 3 times 4 is 4 groups of 3. So, look at these two examples. What do they show? Well, so here we have 3 hops. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let me get my pointer. We have 1, 2, 3. So this is the same as 3 groups of starts here at 5, then 10, then 15. So this would be 3 groups of 5. So 5, 10, 15. So 3 times 5 is the same as 15. And then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's the first one 6 from 0, then 12, then 18, then 24. This is the same as 4 times 6, or 24. So another way to look at multiplication is modeling. So as I said, it's a glorified addition. So let's say, for example, 4 times 2. That's the same as 4 groups of 2. So look at these. These are examples again. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 groups of 2 or 12. This is 2 groups of 2 or 4. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 10 groups of 2, which is 5 groups of 2, which would be 10. So let's try multiplying by 1 and 10, 0. So multiplying by 1 and 0 is really easy. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Anything multiplied by 1 is the same number. For example, 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. So then, what would be 5,605, 4,026 times 0 be? Does anyone know the answer?
Zero.
Correct. What about 238 times 0?
Zero.
Correct. What about 5,447 times 0? That would also be 0. So then, my next question, what would be 76,348 times 1 be? It would be 76,348. What about 91 times 1? What would that be?
91.
Correct. And what about 8 times 1? It would be 8.
8.
Yeah. So, do any of you guys have questions right now? Any questions? I believe you could. Okay, so no question. Let's move on. Let's get that. Okay, so let's go to chapter 4, or the next chapter. Multiplication facts strategies. So, let's try it. Multiply by 2 and 4. Multiplying by 2 is the same as putting 2 groups of amount, and multiplying by 4 is the same as putting 4 of an amount, as I've said. So, do I have a yes here? Let's get a box. So, you have 1 box. And then there's some amount, let's say 9. And then you have another box, that's twice the amount. 9 plus 9 is 18. So that would be 9 times 2, or 18, or 2 times 9, as you might call it. So multiplying by 4 is the same concept. It's just 4 groups of amount. So let's say there was 6 cookies in a box. So 6, 12, 18, 24. So then there would be 24 cookies in total. Oh, need my pointer. So, what about some examples? 3 times 2 would be 6. And then 7 times 2 would be 14. And 10 times 4 would be 40. And 6 times 4 would be 24. So you understand why this is, because it's 2 groups and 4 groups of something. That's an easy way to visualize it. Oh. Okay, so I received no answer, but I do hope that all you guys understand what I'm talking about. Let's clear my drawing, and then let's move on. So let's try some examples. What would be 4 times 2? This will be this
8.
correct. What about 8 times 2?
16.
Correct. What about 6 times 4?
24.
Correct. What about 3 times 4?
12.
What about 7 times? Okay, so this one is a random one. I made a typo here. I apologize for that. Here, let me get my marker.
35.
Yes, correct. However, I can't find my marker. But the question is supposed to be 7 times 4. I found my marker. The marker disappeared. However, there you go. My marker is back. This is supposed to be 4. What would 7 times 4 be? It would be 28 because it's correct. So I'm going to throw all you guys a curveball because, first of all, this is 3 steps, something that I have not done yet. Also, this is going to be a 2-digit times a 1-digit times a 1-digit. Everything we've been doing so far has been a 1-digit times a 1-digit. So we'll ask you guys what is, let's say 37 times 4 times 2. Does everyone know what that would be? Actually, we'll make that easy number. Let's make that 36 times 4 times 2 equals what? If none of you guys know it, it's fine. But then this will be, it's easy on my head if I break it down. So that would be 9 times 4 times 2, which is equal to 30. 16 times 18, which is equal to, how much is 16 times 18 again? 288. So the answer would be 288. It's fine if none of you guys got that. But then that's a way to show how breaking down mathematics can also help you, because this is the same as, you could break this down to, this is the same as 8 groups of 36, or it's, let's say, 18 groups of 16, or let's say 112, 112, 120, 124, so 144 times 2, 124, 144 groups of 2, or let's say you could have said it's 72 groups of 4, or something like that. All these which will give you 288. Or you can just memorize a multiplication, which would help you do this too. But this is just one way to show like how grouping and multiplication could be useful to you guys. So without multiplying by 5 and 10s. We've learned multiplying by 2s and 4s. But well, it's the same concept. Well, 5 is 5 groups of amount, and 10 is 10 groups of amount. Another way to think of multiplying by 10 is add a 0 to the end. For example, 64,372 times 10 is equal to 643,720. I'm sorry, I fumbled it. That's the correct answer. So as you see, this number and this number are exactly the same besides the fact that I added a 0. Another example of this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 10 will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You just add a 0 at the end for times 10. This is actually true for any number that begins with 1 and ends with, it continues on with some amount of zeros. For example, 100 times 6 would just be 600. As you see here, there's 2 zeros here. It's 6, so you add 2 zeros to 6. But be careful because this only works if the first digit is 1 and the rest of the digits that follow it is 0. Like if you put 200 times 600, that would not be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would not be 60,000. That would in fact be 120,000. But yeah, but a really fast way to do anything that begins with 1 and every other digit that follows it that ends with 0 is to just take that zeros and add it onto a second number like this. Does everyone get what I'm talking about? Hello there. Connecting to audio cloud classroom. Hello. Welcome back. So does everyone get what I'm trying to talk about? As you receive no answers.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So in these examples, 1 group of 5, that would just be 20. 7 groups of 5, that would be 35. 10 groups of 60 would be 600. And 10 groups of 2 would be 20. So let me clear my text. So let's now try multiplying by 3 and 6. So this is basically about the same. 2 groups of 7, or 6 groups of 7, or something like that. So let's see. There are 6 questions here. I want to see who's the first person who's able to answer all 6 questions and put the answer in chat. Let's go. Then I'll confirm all your answers when you're done. Voice. Yeah. Selena got the first question. She has put an answer of 21. The answer to the first question is indeed 21. So let's see you guys try. What about the next one? Does anyone know what this would be? That is the same as 1, 2, 3 groups of 3.
9.
Correct. The next one is indeed 9. What about 4 times 3?
12.
Correct. This would indeed be 12. You know 6 times 6?
36.
Correct. Does anyone know what 9 times 6 is? 9 times 6 would be 54. It's fine as dumb you guys knew that, but you could say it's 6 plus 6, which is 12, plus 6 again, which is 18, plus 6 again, which is 24, plus 6, which is 30, and repeat that. If you do that 9 times, you get 54. Or you can do 9 plus 1, 9, which is 18, plus 9, which is 27, plus 9, which is 36, plus 9, which is 45, and plus 9 again, which is 54, which is 9 groups of 6. 6 groups of 9. So last question here. Does anyone know what 5 times 6 is?
30.
Correct. Alright, I'm gonna clear my drawings. So let's try multiplying by 7, 8, and 9. So does anyone know what 5 times 7 is?
35.
Correct. What about 1 times 7?
7.
Correct. What about 2 times 7?
14.
Correct. Do you know what 4 times 7 is?
28.
Correct. Do you know what 7 times 7 is?
49.
Correct. What about 4 times 8?
32. 32.
Correct. It will be 32. What about 8 times 8?
64.
Correct. What about 9 times 7? You guys don't know your 9 times table that hard. I can do this to you. 9 times 8 would be 72.
72.
Correct. Fabulous. So, do you know what 3 times 8 is?
24.
Correct. What about 8 times 7? Do you know what 8 times 7 is? Oh, load. Where's my mouse? My mouse has disappeared on me. Look. There you go. There's my mouse. So, 7 times 8 would be 56. Do you know what 8 times 9 is? It would be 72. I can't type apparently. 6 times 9 will be 54. 2 times 9 will be 18.
18.
Yes. What about 1 times 9?
9.
Correct. What about the last one? 4 times 6?
30.
30.
36.
Correct. Here, let me clear my drawings. And here, where's my mouse? Here. All you guys go take a break while I brew up my next presentation. Alright, you guys have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Alright, everyone. That was 5 minutes. Hope you all ready. And then I skipped chapter 5 for now. You guys will see that later. Let's go to chapter 6. Understanding division. So, division is basically the opposite of multiplication. Let's see why this is with an example of 12 divided by 3. So, as I said, multiplication is glorified multiplication, addition. This is glorified subtraction. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. Also, just so happens to be that 12 divided by 3 is 4. So, the smaller division. Let's say I have 42 cards. And that you, and no, that not that you, that I put them into 7 cases. How many cards in each case? Well, how do we solve this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes in that one. 7. 7 come in here. What about the rest? We don't know. Whoa. 7 plus 7 plus 7, 7. This all adds up to 42. You've split 42 into, 49 into 7 cases. And that would equal to 7 per case. Alright. So now let's go on to the next one. Cloud Classroom has 40 bottles of water. Cloud Classroom wants to put them equally into 5 cases. How many bottles of water are in each case? Well, so you have 5 groups. How many water goes into each group? Well, no, I was like, so 8 goes in here, 8 goes in there, 8 goes in there, and 8 goes in there, and 8 goes in there. 40 divided by 5 is the same as 8. So, let's try one last one. Let's say I have 36 watermelons in 6 cases. How many watermelons are in each case? Does anyone know the answer?
Six.
Correct. So, it will be 6. As you see, all these after 36. So 36 divided by 6 is the same as 6. So, numbers can be broken down into groups or factors. Let's try visualizing factors of 10. So, say this is 10, this is also 10, and as you see, this is 10 and this is 10. There's multiple ways you can break this up. For example, here you have 2 groups of 5. On the other hand, here you have 5 groups of 2, and here you have 2 groups of 5. Here you have 1 group of 10, and here you have 10 groups of 10. So, does everyone understand what I'm talking about? Hey. Alright. So, let's try an example. What are the factors of 6? Anyone know? Can you put them in chat if you do?
Three times two.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Where's my pointer? Magic pointer, come out wherever you are. There you are. So, indeed, 2 times 3 equals 6. So, 2 and 3 are factors of 6. Now, what about, however, 1 times 6 is also equals 6. So 1 and 6 are factors of 6. Let's change this into the 6. Oh, I've completely forgot. Oh, there you go. There you go. So, my question now to you people. What are the factors of 25? Well, 5 times 5 equals 25. So 5 must be a factor. And we know 1 times a number is always equal to that number. So 1 times 25. Those are also factors. So 1 and 25 are factors. As you see in this one, this is a special case. It has an odd number of factors. 1, 5, 25. Well, this is because this is a square number. Well, a number times itself equals that number squared. So all square numbers have an odd number of factors. An example of this is 4 times 4, which is equal to 16. The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. As you see, that's 5 factors, which is also an odd number of factors. All right. Oops. So, as I said before, these are related. So, for example, they're related by, 6 times 2 is 18, but 18 divided by 6 is 3. 10 times 5 is 50, but 50 divided by 10 is also 5. So, let's take, so a way to visualize it is, let's take these 2 numbers, where, so we'd have these 2, these 2, these 2, makes a triangle. So now let's get an arrow. This 10 divided by 50 divided by 10 would be 5. 5 times 10 would be 50. And 50 divided by 5 would be 10. As you see, there's a relationship between them. So, about, as you see here too, 7 times 4 is equal to 28. 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. So, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. And 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Times 9 is 72. Well, 72 divided by 8 is 9. But does everyone get this so far? Alright, let's go. Hope you all get this. So let me ask you now, are these related? Is the first one related? Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Congratulations, Jamie, you're right. Well, this. This equals to 5. This one also equals to 5. It's 1 times 5 is 5. 50 divided by 10 is 5. Are these two related?
No.
Correct. Now what about this one? 7 times 4 is 28, while 28 divided by 7 is 4. Are these two related?
Yes.
Correct. Now what about the next one? 5 times 4 is 20, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Are these two related?
No.
Correct. The last one. Are those two related? 8 times 9 is 72. 2 divided by 8 is 9.
Yeah.
Correct. They are
Yes.
both. Now, let me change to my mouse. So, let's go to chapter 7. Division facts and strategies. We might need to stop in the middle of this and continue it later, as this is a long chapter. But I think that's alright. We can pick up to this tomorrow. Here, let me clear my joint. Here's the state. Divide by 2. Just split the amount into two groups. So, I'll tell you the first one. 8 divided by 2 is 4, because 2 groups of 4 is equal to 8. So, what would 6 divided by 2 be?
3.
Congratulations. What about 10 divided by 2?
5.
Correct. So, do any of you guys know how to do these? You know the answer to the first one? You can put the answers in chat if you don't want to say it out loud. So, let's have the first 5 questions first.
$42.
Correct. It is 42. Now, does anyone know what the second question is?
$32.
Correct. The first one was 42. This one was 32. What about the third question was 32. 72 divided by 2 is. What is that? Amy, do you know what the answer is? Oh, so the answer to this would be 36. So some of you guys might have thought, well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 7 divided by 2, well, that's not even number. How would you divide that? That would be 3.5. It doesn't make sense. Well, 3.5, but then you also remember 7 is in the tens. So 70 divided by 2 would be 35 plus 1 on the 2. So the answer would be 36. So, oh, that's a typo. Here, let me get my magical pen of magic. Come here, magical pen. I want my pen. Wait, there you go. So, Does anyone know? Oh, the answers are here already. But basically, 38 divided by 2 would be 19. So, what about 66 divided by 2? That would just be 33. 42 divided by 2 will be 21. 98 divided by 2, that would be 49. 52 divided by 2 would be 26. So last question. Does anyone know what 58 divided by 2 is? Anyone? Well, the answer would be 29. Alright, so let's end today after this by dividing by 10s and 5s. Dividing by 10 is the same as dividing by 10 and 5 is the same. Well, you just split into 5 or 10 equal groups. When dividing by 10, you also can remove just a 0 at the end, as the same you do when you do, well, multiply by 10, where you add a 0. So 10 divided by 10 would be 1. 20 divided by 10 would be 2. 30 divided by 10 would be 3. And 15 divided by 5 would be 3. And 65 divided by 5 would be, well, 13. So, does anyone know the answer to question 1?
12,
Correct. What about question 2?
61,
Correct. What about 3?
3,
Correct. What about question 4?
9,
Correct. What about question 5?
99,
Correct. Does anyone know the answer to question 6 then? I see. Does anyone know the correct answer to question 6 is? Well, the answer would be 110. Does anyone know the answer to question 7? The answer would be 7. Does anyone know the answer to question 8? That would be 19. Does anyone know the answer to question 9? No one? The answer to question 9 will be 20. And the last question of the day, I'm not going to tell you the answer because it's the last question of the day. I want you guys to think about it. Can anyone solve question 10? It is the same as putting 315 into 5 groups. The easy way to split this up would be 300 divided by 5 plus 15 divided by 5. So, what would this be equal to? Or even simpler way to do this would be 3 times, or let's say 30 times 10 divided by 5 plus 15 over 5 is equal to what? And an even easier way to simplify this would be 30 divided by 5 plus 10 divided by 5 plus 15 divided by 5. Let me check that. That is actually incorrect. I'm sorry, I just did my math wrong there. Yeah, but this part is still the same. It is the same as 300 divided by 5. It's the same
63.
as, well, you're really close. 53 times 5 is actually equal to 265.
63.
Correct. 63 is the correct answer. So, let me skip all the way to the end. So, that's the end for today. Congratulations. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now, or you can leave right now if you want. Any questions?
No, thank you.
No problem. All right. So, I hope none of you guys have any actual problems. We'll end the meeting here today. Thank you all, and see you tomorrow.